So I'm gonna again welcome those of you who've not been here before. Welcome all of you. My name's JJ. I'm the host, wrangler, convener, instigator of this thing. I would be welcoming you into my living room, but actually thank you for welcoming all of us into yours or wherever you happen to be, because through the magic of the internets, here we are in cyberspace together. This is a continuation online of a concert series I've been hosting here in West Philly, and usually we have 3 sets of music with food and drink and neighborliness in between. You're gonna have to bring the food and drink for yourself. Neighborliness we can still do, and we have the opportunity to connect a little bit across different geographies in between sets. 3 really special sets of music this evening. Some of whom have already played in my living room in the past. Lorin, who we had a near miss way back in 2014, and it's really exciting to be able to bring them in from California for this set this evening. My invitation to you is to remember that this is not a Zoom meeting, like with the meeting stress connotation. Like, I'm wearing my pajama pants and I'm on the floor on a yoga mat, and I'm planning on stretching during this, right? Like, I encourage you to get cozy, whatever getting cozy means for you, please do it. I invite you to turn your cameras on if you're so inspired, because the musicians like knowing that you're out there. Hi, is it Malike? I see that wave. So that it's nice for the artists to be able to know that you're out there, but no pressure, because if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. This meeting is being recorded and will be posted to YouTube just for the music, for those who want to relive it. Hello, friend of Elizabeth's. Nice to see you back there. And I'm also going to invite you to unmute yourself in between songs to applaud, cheer, whistle, snap, however you'd like to let the artists know that you appreciate their song. That way they're not playing to a blank screen for their whole set, and we can do that. But I'll remind you to, you can also use ASL applause, wave, snap, whatever kind of like feedback you want to give them is always appreciated. You can use the space bar if you're on a laptop or on your computer to temporarily unmute yourself. Just remember to mute yourself again afterwards so that everyone can focus on the musician's audio and not hear all of our rustling around in the background. So I'll have some more little announcement blurbs in between, but to start off, I'm not sure if Lauren's ready because Lauren's camera is still off. Lauren, are you going to be ready to dive in?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
There. All right. Marvelous. So let's practice that unmuting ourselves and giving a round of applause to welcome Lorin Benedict, who is coming at us all the way from California.
Yay!
Woo, thank you, Lorin. Excited for what you're going to share with us tonight.
Okay. Do you want me to start? Should I commence?
I will. I mean, I guess I will let you introduce yourself more. I will just say that when I first came across your music, when we almost did a show together in 2014, I was kind of like, what on earth is going on? And I remember my housemates and I being like, did he just say spaghetti? What's going on? And I'm really delighted to have sort of the unique vocal improv that you do be something that we can share with our gang here. So yeah, maybe you can tell people along the way whatever you want to share about it. And I know you've got a special video later on. Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and start. And everyone, let's give one more round of applause to welcome Lorin Benedict.
Yay! Welcome.
Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, I'll let the music mostly speak for itself. I'll just say a few things here and there in between. I'm going to start with improvisation on a 12-bar blues, major blues, was written. It's a very simple tune in terms of the head of the song. It was written by the great vibraphonist Milt Jackson, originally from Detroit, Michigan. Man fast, 125 rot. Wavum wang, 5 1 so we was even you have a view over one in dreamy ba fifth trim findet 500 so strim verum your one in windy for the weavers in ut wa. I vendred one when deal man fin do Marvin, Voveliven, you have other who will belong ooch. Might fin dreep, five fin sits, win fin dee. Have a do fin do vowel long ooch. Mop. Hyphen drit, one fin dreep, by fin do. The hoover we you, I van dim suit. Man, third wa. Yo fan fist, van vin lieven you, have the world hang wang. I van de wil balim vooch. Mooi fat fin swin win dieven, you have a wang infant in beef and sauced. High fooch, when the vagooch, rin bee. Might fin the ravel oofers even you wang. So fin the vowel belong when but I fan fin vowel in when griefin soust. Weevy, feather we you wang. Mara the white fin the feather belong high yabble in was even dropped when soust. Wavage, why freeven dee have a verbally violent even you have a the with string soust. You vi veduvin yoch, waggle the hoover wang, vegabble hoover wang, Eitman swing when vabble was even you have the hoover wang, eel got five other hooven dim be my fin drove, even dude whether we yoke one sing when either the one housed, why fooch, veduch, wyvern, trimby, feather will be fin span, veather will be buzzing with even you have a the uden that a lot of even thing gooch, man five fin sobotch. Feathered windy fun sit fun bun fun wong windy fin douch Ivan sin vinden be Fire along on you van wang I found him beven you van room va oofes even you van long when bobman fins and even youch Wag up feather we you fruit my vin do Vedo have other who van wang yada but over the visiting wind drops Vedo have the one when gabba hoover lobby hoovers even do Rodman swing gabba hoovers even you have a the uden van dem hoovers in when hooven drops my vin swing giver who we yo hoofen dree Man feather one feather trim feather one when even the weather one in fee suit one fin but the gabba over even you have a gabba even sing gooch half hooch feather over yo one bob you've one oot when sing when dream deep my yo feather well high vapman wins when drew feather one oot was easy high fund in bb man five and bb Vedova we found in BB. When the Vedova we Vegap Vedova we busy. Vedo have other hoover we busy. So Vedo have other hoover will believe as it's spun. Vedaba hoover we busy. Even you when even you have other hoover and will believe as when even you have other hoover will believe. Might fin think even you have other hoover we fin Bopman swing give a wong hin Bopman one swing give who and that it was when Vabelman was written and will believe soust. High foost. Vedum vin you one fit vedum you one food. Fan voot wag up and wits when you haven't the other thing you watched. Viva Lugovitz. My cat just came on the table. Vedo haven't the weepin swin swingle, then you haven't the weepin drit. Vedo have other who will be busy, when you haven't the wong win swingle, when you haven't wong in win doot fin deep. You have believe it sing even you haven't the who believe as in when a wong in babble who is even you haven't the who believe as in when he can read. Vedo have other who will be vexed. My vans when he fin drew the double who believe in the lot of even thing voot washed. Suverluvet swing gree, Feather haven't the will believers in windry, villain, high van, Vedo haven't the weaving, drip, and the even you haven't the one long. I think the who were you rimbouch, man the wap, fin swingy, fin your who one sotched, man babble uven thin baby, Yehuva we you, Ivan, then good twin drim, fin those, Ivan the one limb root oot, why last half feathered, one fin suit, one fin drevost. Suveluviut, haveluviu, havuschitzt. Mein fin viut, one fin drit, one fin drevi. Villanuovi zing, veluviu, havuschitzt. Ma. Sabenuvin vitz, twin fin drit, one fin drevi. Viva velu havelu huvovi zing, windrid. Ha. Father uvin sin drit fin bits, windrin biliu. Hart van voet, one voet, windrid. Ma. Have du willst strengthen dit when dreevy. Hoeveel over one wind dude on fisma. Have du twan fin dit van fin dit voet. One fin some fin the one. Streeville.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Bravo. Woo. Outstanding.
And you got an extra performance by Oliver, my little cat there. I'm one of two cats.
Yay.
Okay. For the next selection, I'm going to do a tune that's a little more up tempo. And for this one, and for maybe the subsequent ones, I'm going to stand a little bit because this is a slightly more energetic selection. So this is a reworking of a tune that was written actually by a very famous Philadelphian, but I'm not going to say anything about what that is specifically, but I was inspired to do it in this way by the great tenor saxophonist Matt Otto, who lives in Kansas City. Ma foot one fa first one foot one fist fooby shoot one do fong shoot fa fin do one string fin do one fin foot one fist doot fan fin do voice and feven do having going you on who half and do the long when travel visit and brief and douch that over you root one. Something suit father who believe in you when bomb fa suit one fin fit fin even you haven't the will believe in you haven't the one when drip bomb fit but go be busy when you haven't the will trim bomb suit fin drip spots whether haven't the will believe along in dude one when do the rip how we visit fin dream for my value will be you one saw sin fan fiddle haven't the will believe is in when even you haven't the will believe is in when even you won't ho Hanfin, Droofin, Grim, Botman, Spotfin, Stoofin, Dimby. My brother, we, Vedufin, Drew, even you haven't the one long, through even you, when 5 months, when that one was even drin, Sunfin, Vagabu, even you haven't the one believing, my babu, the one long oot, Babawang, infantting, even dreven, DVB1, suit, fun, fit, Fuva, we one, in Weather one, in Fuva, one, Haba, Uva, we visit, Baba, we visit. Fun from grit, fun stit, fin the will having the will believe is in when even you having the will believe is in when even jooch. Man back very even the even you having the will believe fun when stuff and you haven't the will belong when over when even you haven't one wizard even the will believe bit spot suit rim than the yo father over the having the weavers in when even roof when bite and swing ever who will be visiting when having was in suit something even the one suit. Fart fin feather will be one in bat fin the one in Phil having the wit my you fart fin grin fart feather having the one believe is in with apple and wizard and the will believe when do man fun do man fin do will having suit one bad you having the wit man fu one in fee fin that means Stephen you have root and beef and you and even you having the will believe in you having the one. Man father the win yeoman's beaver the we busy when even you haven't the we busy when even you haven't and be min father you haven't the one in fits when dude you have a wee yeoman since saw sit fin dran fin different wits when even you food one fit marble the wine and drink with but even you having the will in food power but even you haven't the we busy when even you have on when visiting with him food man food when drink my man stood one fin breathing the one who fun fin spabble over it. Father you haven't one viva do the haven't the width and dream fun fits when DB more yo one who twin drum be wife and then be a reap my oil one my then dream be he man for we funding by no Monday boy why VB Monday rive and then be you one babble that even you had the weaving think even you had the hoover long oot babble the we you fed even you had the hoover you when even yoiced men fin real and droidst Rinfin the even you haven't the weavers in when even you haven't one how over even you fin drop much of it even even you haven't the one long inventory going when hyphen drop up. Never be yavut, my believe it, your believe it, fought fin switsming, but even you had babble, it was even you hadn't the will believers in when drip fin deep, ha, foof and dip, five and fabble, but even you haven't the habble, it was even you had other movable long. My fin sweever though haven't, fought fin dip, fat swing, gabby, was even drin without foof, fabble, weavers if and breathing yoch. My very even you haven't the weavers in, man, bat, foot, one fin stoot, one soup fin spot, suva suit one do ron fin thief in juva one up food fits fan fin dreeby man doi white food one fa fa li fin reven you long ha food one food fin the we was even you infant saw man fin stooch mine vi yellowy food habity food fabity food one fin spot fin stooch han fin fa fin food one food saw hoot one fin fabity food phone one yellowy one fin fin the gooch fa fin through one fin thou we busy when you win song sin fin through ha fan fan ma fin do be one fin do first ha fan through two one two fist through one fit swing without min baba over when you haven't the wee busy when within the one baba over when you haven't the one long in baba when you even suit rap so when you haven't the one long in window haven't the weave and sits when drove and saba who busy when you haven't douche Moi one dude, you believe in you haven't the one long I've been even yabble and was written in the will believe in you haven't the will in bop note one font switch when gabble you busy when you haven't one in without you busy when you haven't stooch. Moi van nuvel saben ubit, suven ubit, suit one faba hoover one, suit fin diva one, hard fin the win, food fun fin, suit one fist, food one food run, high, food one. Ma believe yard, venom the wing you want, I believe you will lie, fun, suit, wife and fun, suit fin right, food one, fava, believe wag fin suit, one food rather. Through the wee little one, oof and the wee busy when you were one in far, through when you went with her suit. The wee busy when you hadn't the wee busy when you food trim bump and starve over wee you oot with one fun food one food one for fin some far fin sin far stewed one food one for fin sit fast.
Yay.
Okay.
Hoo-ha.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to do a thing that is going to be starting off as a free improvisation where really I have nothing planned, but then I'm going to lead into something that's more structured, and I'm going to try to do it gradually. So I'll begin by just improvising freely. Doyle Strimstrat, Bioiv, Bobab, Nul Gwatch, Roig Friednoyats, Neil Stratskeg, Shrims Baba Uvin Street, My Wang Windom Yulwa, Nymphin Thuven Dree, Noivin Drimby, Hot Window Row Wild Watch, Mo Rabba Uvin Sing, even your Wang Ud Wava Uva Even Stoot. One fin fit a bit of it fin thirst, man fin thilvin badmin trap, mo wang yoi me, han fin dry vi, loy ha yoi free, my fin trim me, moi hi fin dry we, so fan fin luba will wang hai. Man fafen the you have the we you hang wang ut rim fin so Ivan be no wang Ivan vin the we you one long infindin be Foiven though have favi ufis even re sun farm min swing swing give a will hang yaba yaba long ut one swing gabu hoot win roofist fa fist soften soft fist, servant the wind stoot one, server the one with the one oot, why over the one, hyphen even drim be Mervin wang Ivan thiefen you hyphen doi re Lie yard when wabble over thiefen Johan drim di she Moi van drim vindriel joiv me vi moi hyphen drill wat we vi hyphen duver when you one strim be heil gi limbam mum suit one fin even you one high one vam the dabber who wang fast riva duver wang wast rim faven duver wang was host Rover though I wang, sit fin over we hyphen fit fin over wang hast. Might mens when drim saw, hit fin though hyphen them even you high van stooch. Wyven them witst, siphon du ritst, siphon though hyphen them even you high watched. Run fin vabble uvers even you high watched. Fight yo hyphen them even you haven't the will lost. My fat fin vabble uver even you haven't the will belong in hooch. My yogo, why vabadu vin thing even you high re man fin by over thiefen the will have on don't wong udwin sabo over reven though haven the weaven drim myven vilven drim die hot though ven the have other hoover weavers abo uten van doin yo fin sing gabo over zeven you haven the will belong udwin vabo over ze hoot my fin the wang wind in boot five vabo over the vin ute wyven though haven the weaven zoot one sing even you wang ut trim fin fabo oof is even you high fund and even witst my better than think even you high fund and bob Ivan swing wind even you high other hoof is even rotch the hoover witst fun fin the haven the will belong in dooch man fin drit for hoover the fruit one babo hoover even you wit when even you haven't the wind soust some for he fin on fat fin even you haven't the will belong wind dropped Verder hoover we hop. Fin fava wang oot when sing when faba oovers even you hang wang oot bobby oovers even you haven't the will belong in dooch. My fuva diva win fin thoot for though have other hoover will belong when hot fin stoof and though have other hoover wit ston fin sing even you have other ooten van do ritst. So fava we vit swing oofen drim fin the wang oot when even you haven't the will belim soust. My fin the will haven't them been dooch. My fin sing even you hyphen dooch. Win fin though haven't the wit swing ant for though haven't the will long oot when fava hoovers even you haven't the will belong win dooch. Fan fin du for the wang in window having the wee busy win oot win Troik fruit noets Prince Mingle and you have van when habo oovers even you have and din stoot Man fava over even you have the wee yacht min swing gabba hoof in din soust Man fava over even rim fin deep you hoover even you have and the wilbur in ban foot one foot fun suit foover the one suit feather one fin drip fin do having the one long Marvin think even you haven't with him boost. One fin though haven't the one I fin doot. Rim vevet fin saw fit sprinkle when you haven't the wing with him doot. Man fu van walk in tree. Feather the weavers even you haven't the will believe in you haven't doot. Rim vevet we you haven't them even you haven't. Wang oot when faber oovers even you haven't doot. Marvin though haven't the will believe oot. Molven though haven't the will long oot when sing even you have van win drief and you haven't the will long fit suverliven you haven't the will believe it suverliven fun fin du haven't the will long it fin du haven't drum month fit span fin sing even you want for even you haven't the will believe is in when even you haven't the will long so fin fan du the wong habe even you haven't them ripped Marvin the weavers in the robin when spingling you haven't the will balloon bung fin stoot Fuven the had you haven't the will believe in drink when that when sing even you haven't the will believe when sing even you haven't the will believe in drink when habo uvis even you haven't the will believe in douche. Vava the weaving soust fa Fadden the weaving though fadoofen though the wing you fan soon very when you haven't the winfin fa food one food when that Sid fin drip fiddle haven't the one long hin fin drip fiddle haven't the one long hin fin drip fiddle haven't dim fin that sit fin drip fiddle haven't the one long it wins who haven't the will believe in you haven't dreamy hot for who very haven't the one long ut was even you haven't the one leave my Myron dream veru fast win fin they will believe in douche. My veru rafen drat viva veru von wang move weavers in doot re vi have a very ute one vin loot for even you haven't the one oot win sa so who the wist si haven't this si haven't lost five in the lost feather haven't watched feather haven't the one lost my veru lost fit fin dips five in the lost haven't the wind doot Shrim bibi, hot fu fagaba hoover weavers in boot. Fever though haven't the shrim phoebe, fat fin fagaba hoover weavers in boot. Fiddle even the will lip bad stoot, rip food one it when though high, moi fun fin drit. Though we have other week you have one when abo in was even you have other hurting than the one straba. Okay. Sorry for the overly indulgent semi-cadenza at the end there.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so for the next selection, I'm actually going to turn over to playing a video, and there's a reason that I want to do this. This is a piece that, I mean, it's still going to be me. In fact, it's even going to be me with the same stubble and with the same sweatshirt. It's just that it's going to be me recording myself from yesterday or the day before in our bathroom. And the reason I'm doing this is that this particular piece is actually an appropriation of a classical piece, as I'll mention in a minute. And therefore, I think it sounds a little bit better if it's done in a slightly more reverberant setting. Now, I would have done this whole thing in such a setting, except that we get really crappy internet reception back in our master bedroom. So as a result of that, this one I've made in advance. It's the only one I've done this. But now let me say a little bit about the piece. It is the second movement of a piece for cello that was recently written and recently premiered by a composer, a great composer in the San Francisco Bay Area named Julie Barwick. This is Barwick. She's a pianist and a piano pedagogue, and she's primarily a composer. And this is a piece she wrote called Counterbalance that was premiered at the Center for New Music last year, 2020, written specifically for the cellist Natalie Rainey, who is an excellent cellist, who was a colleague of hers at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, I believe. And this is, the whole piece is fantastic. It has many movements. It's small, little, kind of like little bagatelles almost, small snippets. And this, the second one is I'm attempting to do the second movement, which is called Reverie. And I'm attempting this one for two reasons. It's the easiest of the 4 or 5, but also it's a slow movement, which I think is quite beautiful. Now, to apologize, first of all, I don't play the cello, of course. So that means that I have to be doing my scatting shtick, which means that you're going to hear these same wacky syllables. Obviously, Julie didn't write for this. Likewise, I have to octave reduce my butt off because I have barely even the range of a typical human, okay, if that. So so you're going to hear a lot of things that are not actually the stuff as nominally written by Julie. But anyway, here goes. I'm going to now start. We went through this, JJ and myself. So I first put up the video. Okay, wait a minute. That's not how I wanted to do it. Okay. And then I'm going to share screen. Okay,
remember to check that box about sharing the sound.
I will. Yep, it is shared. Okay. So now I'm going to do full screen and then I'm going to let it rip, as it were. Okay, view, full screen. So here is my rendition of Julie Barwick's recently written.
Lorin, first rewind to the 0 because it's.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Good catch. Okay, here we go.
Ma twin dran oi wee, san doi wang oi wee, han doi wang oi wee, lan doi wang oi wee. Man fa twin drum oi wee, san doi wang oi wee, soy hai one oi wee, oi one dree. La twin do oi one dree, ban doi yo I one dree, han doi wang oi one dree, noi hai yo I wang. Wee ban doi yo I one drim be, han doi will I one drim be, han doi will I one drim, ban doi wee hoi yo wee hang oi hai one drim. Lie moo. Lot window oi one drim be hoi yo, bandoi wang oi yo one hoot wang oovi, handoi weavy oi hi one drum. Lot hoi wee hi yo I one oi one drim by moo one doi wee oi yo he bandoi wee moi one drim be hoi yo yo hoi hi ya yan oot one drim boy ban windy hoi I moo me even dran my baby. Mun fit twin drum, oi wong, who twin drum, oi wong, who twin drum, oi yong, who twan drill, moi wong. My fit twin drum, oi wong, who twin drum, oi yong, who twin drum, oi yong, oi win, doi hi, fu twin drum, oi yo we, I hi van doot, lam me bile. My wee Mary. Lot win do yang oot win by oot one me fun drim by oot win yang oi we hand oi we moi wang re.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Bravo!
let me just say, thank you, but I highly encourage you to hear the original piece as played for the on the intended instrument and for the intended by the intended player, because it's a hell of a lot better than the thing I just did. I mostly wanted to do this to force myself to learn because I really like it a lot, and also I'm, as you might be able to tell from that, long notes are not my forte, so to speak. So it was a good exercise for me to learn it. But anyway, you should hear the original, and so it's BARW ICK. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so check out Julie Barwick's piece Counterbalance. There is a YouTube video of it, and it's quite good. Okay, just two more selections, two short things. The next thing I'm going to do is an entirely free piece, where I'm just going to decide the trajectory of the piece as I do it. And then the final piece is going to be an old standby of mine that was something that was written by myself and a guitarist friend of mine, Eric Vogler, probably almost 15 years ago. But I'll start with the free piece, and I'll have a break between the two. Man thought when dridst, soest, one, five in the one hooch. Lon, fit fin doot, wast, fin vid a wee yoot, wast, fin vid a wang, soest, rim vid fin even, why, hoot, my van vin dro, soest, why van vin even you along, hoot, man fit fin doot, wa, fins even you have the wee yoot, wa, man fit fin drill, be, lie you haven't done what me, moi fat win defo, Your faven dry map, ro fin leaving you wong street, so faven the foot, one fin leaving you alone wong me. Mo vaba leaving you wong oot, one swits fin giving you rim soust, my father the wee yo moat, one trim fin leaving you have the wee yo foxed. Moi vad fin deal me, why van vin deal me. Man vada doing you for a long good win swing of a one when Halloween was even you have a long win trim beef and you hide drill me live and rod when beef and the way you have a one would win swing of a one when Halloween van even you have in the weavings drive van vin even trim bill me mo van vin over we yo re lie yo even one when the way you and ban fin the you have the way you one oot trim vin sing with a long oot min fin the wop me vin the high van dim mo vin driven you YV man swing given you one dreamy lan fit fin the way yo be one sin fin the one dream man sit fin double uvers even you one dream man win through vin sing even you one half and do vin the have the way you want would one fit fin the one would win swing giving you have the way you want would one with the way you want would fin with even you have the way you want would one with the way you have the one would fun fit swing of one high spin swing of one advancing every uden that we was in would fin do have the way you one when Halloween was written with a long would fin fabble is even you have the way you one when Halloween that will even swing up fin double we you when buffin though it even swing giving you have the weavers and when Hartman quit swing of one when even did would fin double you when do one when do fits five and do when fun for the you and fun man for the one when half and beaven the one when he the wee yout one same for the rin fin thievin the have the wee you win yout one safe and dude one food fin for the wee you one oot fin so fit for the wee you have one oot one fin for the one oot fang foot win swing of a one oot rim fit the win leaving you one oot win steve high food faven fad further that further zoot one fin sits for the one hoot one five fun fin the reven loosed one fin the one oot one haven mup soosed yop haven the win you one oot one hat fin ban fin the rim fin the haven zin soosed one sit fin leaving you one saw him fin the win sauced rim fin the haven stoot one fin sing give a one hot rim fin the long hoot one fin the one stoot shrimp fin sing fin by oot wang I fin driven the long hyven ye wang min dri by yacht fi ye rod when the ride me wang oot weep hyphen then boo wang driven you me man vin the long me han vin the wang min din by me man fin the long me you I wang utrin by one rim be be man do fi be man fe. Okay.
Woo!
Kind of flubbed the last note there.
Lorin, someone was asking in the chat and confirming that was completely improvised on the fly.
Yes, that's correct. That's right.
Amazing.
Okay, now my final selection. Here's the tune Shoo Shoo, and I will stand for this one too. So this is the final one, and thank you so much for coming. And of course, stick around, obviously, for Ximena and Jean. Man, first, one, fast, one, fast, one, fast, one, road, one, fast, one, fast, one, fast, first, one, fast, four, fast, move, one, fast, sheep, one, soy, one, third, one, fast, meep, one, fast, root, fun, feather, one, fun, thirst, one, fin, through, one, food, rin, food, one, food, song, food, one, food, rin, food, rin, food, rin, food, one, feather, one, suit, one, food, sin, fin, zoot, one, feather, win, the, silver, we, you, what, fin, the, v, one, suit, one, fin, the, one, oot, trim, feather, win, some, food, song, silver, we, you, what, sin, fin, google, we, you, what, fin, zoot, one, suit, fin, silver, we, food, one, fit, feather, we, you, with it, fin, see, feather, one, infant, the loop, when, ban, five, oot, with the video, having the one, oot, some, so, fin, the, we, visiting, when, ban, so, trim, the, that, feather, over, we, fin, ban, ha, vedo, have, other, who, is even, you, have one, when, oof, and rib, man, food, swing, babble, over, even, you, having the one, suit, one, fit, spot, villa, wheat, fin, sabba, who, visit, win, sin, fin, do, win, babble, over, that, fin, do, video, have, the, over, witst, my own reap, vigor have the wheat meal, yoke, what a hoover one, when the goober we visit, from back, there, and even the giving you have one, with oof and red, man draw, so fun, food, when that over we visit, for food, when food, one, food fits it, for that, Winston, food, wagon, fat, food, when the goat, what food, what ban fat, fits it to trim bat, food, when the forgot, well got min stoot, wagon stoot, having, food, wevoot, one fin, and but, fevoot, wagoo, having stoot, one fin, rin, for food, one forgot, well bat, fits in, fin, rin, beef, and first, one, for, rest, me, one, first, one, stast, road, ha, me, so, one, fry, one, more, fun, fast, in, fun, 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 one, one, fun, 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 fit, fin, sit, shrin, fin, fun, fun, fin, fin,
one fun them, fit them, food through, one fun them, fit them, fun, food, one fin through, little having the weaving, biting, sing, when do, little having river, little having eaten for one, soofing, river the one, wherever we was even, you haven't the will believe in drip, mine sing, even you haven't the one, when haven't we was even, you haven't one, when the roof it. You're even bad, the one, whether when babble over leaving you, whether the one was even, you haven't the wind suit, one food, some food, one food, fin do with some suit, one food, fin that fin stoot, one feather fin that oot, one silver ute, one sin fin doot, one food, trim boot, but suit, one feather fin you, silver you forgot, fin food, fun fin, fin, feather fin, food, feather, one, fun, feather. Waga, feather, list, fun, feather, wing you, fun, fin, the feather, weather, fin, the, having food, waga, fit, feather, with fin, the rock, feathered, wagoo, fit, fin, the, food, when the, waga, fun, feather, of its suit, when, drin, fin, sin, doot.
And that's it. Okay.
Thank you, Lorin.
Thank you all so much again.
So amazing.
That was
And
great.
the speed, the fast ones are blow my mind every time.
Okay, I wish I could do as well on the slow ones, but okay. All right, so I will now mute myself and I will become an audience.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So much. Yeah, gosh, stunning. We have next, we're gonna head to Mexico City with Ximena, but first, by way of a little breakout room as we do our set change and get set up, I'm gonna invite you to either step to the kitchen or the back porch or the dining room. And if you need a topic of conversation, I would invite you to talk about voice and your relationship to voice, because I think we just had a pretty good prompt there. So we'll see you on 10 and catch you soon. Thank you again. All right, and we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for being here to support these artists. I appreciate everyone who made financial contributions to be here. Appreciate everyone who just gave time in this strange, this is like, for a lot of people, this is the 1 year anniversary-ish of lockdown of this pandemic. I remember hosting some people for a little Pi Day gathering this time last year, and we were hesitant. We heard something bad was coming. Should we be getting together? A dozen of us, we were wary. We still did it, and everyone was okay. But there was this apprehension of what's coming, and we had no idea what was coming, that it would be this long. Then we thought it was going to be a couple weeks, couple months, as you know. And here we are, a year later. And I'm so grateful that you're joining us. This is how we shape our world, with where we put our time and our money and our attention. And I think it's a gift to be focusing it on some talented artists like the ones we have here with us this evening. There's a lot of other calls for us in our world. There's a lot of other, big advertisement, Hollywood, hoopla things. And I always give a version of the speech about how we support the artists, because we can listen to music for free on 10 million streaming services and amongst some ads on YouTube, but choosing to come and give some resource to artists directly and to support their work, I think is super important. When I send a follow-up email to those of you who are RSVP'd, I'll again give you the links to the artists' websites. I encourage you to do whatever you can to support their work if you're so inspired. So that's signing up for their email lists, following them, but also buying their records, also investing in their projects. If you happen to be watching this recording on YouTube sometime in the future, maybe also take a step to find some music that's being produced in your world, in your community right now, and go actively support it, because I think that's a real important thing in our world. We're now gonna head to DF in Mexico City. I'm gonna spotlight Ximena. I'm so excited to hear the sounds of Jarana again. It's a thing that is good for my soul. And I'm gonna ask y'all to unmute yourselves again to welcome our friend Ximena, who's gonna share another set of music with us.
Woo!
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you all.
Can y'all hear me okay? Can I see some thumbs up? Awesome, cool. Well, thank you all for joining. I see 2 thumbs up, that's great. Thank you, JJ, for the invitation and for putting all this together. Always, you've always, you're always like doing some sort of events, and that's awesome. And this is actually, I was thinking back, this is my second time being part of an event you put together. I remember the last one was at your house to do a fundraiser for some neighbors of yours. So that was really cool. So it's always good to come back, even if now virtually. I'm gonna play some songs, and it's cool, and especially in this first one, we're gonna do a little Zoom experiment toward the end of it and see how it goes. So yeah, here it goes. So I'm obviously playing the solo set right now, but this is a song I play with my band, which is called Interminable, and I'll drop the link in the chat later, or JJ, if you got us, Interminable on Facebook, Interminable Music on Instagram, interminablemusic.com on the interwebs. And this is a song called El Agua, and we'll have a music video coming out for it soon, in like the next couple months. So, follow our pages, stay tuned. This is about water and about the lessons that it teaches us. Cuando viajo con las nubes, voy soñando a su nivel, van soltando sus pesares, sus certezas del ayer. It comes from a long tradition of cultures coming together, especially in the face of kind of really tough odds. This came up during the colonial times in Mexico, when the Spanish Inquisition was in power. And so people of indigenous descent, of African descent, people from southern Spain, a bunch of different people started just making music together. And music became a way to create community, even if people spoke different languages. And this instrument is a result of all of those roots coming together. Even its name comes from an Arabic root, so it's got all these different things mixing together. And I think that's what music is about connecting us. El congelado muestra simple dignidad, adaptándose a los cambios, pero puesto en su lugar. ¿Y cómo te voy a olvidar? ¿Cómo voy a recordar? Agua dueña de la vida y muéstranos su soledad. Del agua va, el agua viene, de su lado experiment. We're gonna try out. All right. So usually at the end of the song, we would all sing it together when we were in person. But why not try it? And it'll sound like chaos, and it'll be great. So we're all gonna sing it together. We're all gonna unmute, and we're gonna sing it together. All right. Especially like we just talked about, right? The voice. And I talked to some people that were like, "Yeah, I sing sometimes," or, "Oh no, only if no one's listening." Well, this is your moment. You can sing, and probably no one will listen. You know, because Zoom only lets one person sound at a time. So try it, sing it. In the chat, you see the lyrics. El agua va, el agua viene. So I'll do one example. Yo a su lado aprenderé las lecciones de la vida y de esas cosas cantaré. All right. Do y'all feel like you're ready? Oh, I think y'all are ready. I think y'all are ready. Yeah. Okay, so let's unmute. All right. It will be beautiful chaos. I agree. All right. So unmute. And let's see it. El agua va, el agua viene. La lección de la vida. Yeah, that was
Eso.
Okay, so let's try one more time. And I'm even gonna stop playing so that even just the voices can come through. Oh, and what we're saying is water comes, water goes. By its side I will learn the lessons that life has to give us, and that is what I will sing about. All right, let's hear it. El agua va, el agua viene. A su lado las lecciones de la vida, esas cosas cantaré. Thank you all.
Yeah! Woo!
So yeah, thank you for singing with me. So this next song comes from the son jarocho tradition. So this is this instrument is called a jarana again. The tradition that it's played in is called son jarocho, and again, it comes out of the colonial time in the Gulf of Mexico. The song I just played is taking a lot of influence from that, but obviously just doing. It's an original composition that I wrote, so it's just you know, mixing it with a bunch of other stuff, especially on my band's album. You can see we mix it with, you know, kind of jazz influences, funk influences. We just rock, you know, we do something different with it. And this is a traditional song. Obviously, I'm gonna give it a little bit of my own spin. It's called El Agualulco. And I want to shout it out to my partner. It's her birthday today, so this goes out, a little dedication. que te vas a divertir, que te vas a divertir. Si quieres conmigo vente, pues te llevaré a la fuente y a ver el agua salir, a ver el agua salir. Y si quieres conmigo vente, y ahora acabo de llegar al agua al Hulco, de bailar este jarabe que me gusta, como dicen que lo cantan y lo bailan las mujeres bailadoras de los tuzlas. Y ahora acabo de llegar al agua al Hulco, de bailar este jarabe mexicano, como dicen que lo cantan y lo bailan las mujeres bailadoras de los llanos. Ya me voy a despedir, ya me voy con tanto gusto, ya me voy con tanto gusto, ya me voy a despedir, porque aquí se acaban ya los versos del Agualulco, los versos del Agualulco, porque aquí se acaban ya, y ahora acabo de llegar al Agualulco, de bailar este jarabe que me gusta, como dice que lo bailan y lo cantan las mujeres bailadoras de los tuzlas. Y ahora acabo de llegar al Agualulco, de bailar este jarabe moreliano, como dicen que lo bailan y lo cantan las mujeres bailadoras de los llanos.
So,
So we're gonna circle back to some original compositions. This one is called Buscando un Pasado, and you can hear it on my band's album as well. So shout out to the folks in my band. I really wish we could all play together. But you can hear some videos and stuff for now, and obviously when shows become a thing again, we'd love to see you all. Probably at another house show hosted by JJ or somewhere else, right?
we're gonna do a porch show soon. We'll be able to do outside on the street by the summer or the fall, right?
Yeah, or Porch Fest or something. So it'll be great to see you all again. So this one's about looking for a past, and it's part of a kind of 3-part song about the importance of looking for a future, even when we're not sure what it looks like. And this is kind of the flip side to that song, and it's about looking for a past, even when some of those stories were never told, but the importance of looking for it anyways. Entre ver y el poder volver, solo falta el simple saber. Entre montes, recuerdos de ayer que los guardan todos en su ser. Y si te nombro, ¿cómo volverás a ver? Ay, si te nombro otra vez. Y si te nombro, ¿cómo volverás a ver? Ay, yo te busco para entender. En tu rostro notas en tu ser que deslumbran tu canto, dulce melodía. Busco la sombra que iba contigo, busco el pasado, aunque esté perdido. Busco tu rostro tan fuerte y sonriente, busco encontrarte para verte de frente. Busco los soles que dieron su lumbre a esos momentos que ya son costumbre. Busco las huellas que seguro existen, busco los brotes que tú creciste, busco los frutos de esos labores. Hoy yo los veo, hoy son mis canciones. Pues ya no soy nadie, yo vengo de ti, vengo de la tierra que me vio salir. Y así tengo claro que yo soy un fruto, que como yo hay muchos, y así todas juntas encontraremos un pasado otra vez, y hay para poder entender. Encontraremos un futuro y un ayer. Sé que sí se puede hacer. Thank you.
Gosh. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. So gotta return. Awesome. So this next song is a traditional Mexican folk song. And I'll actually also shout it out to it's Women's Month. It was just what out here we call 8M or March 8th. This song is called La Bruja, or the Witch, and I think there's been historically a lot of fear of women's power, and of feminine energy because of how powerful it is, I'm non-binary, so I stand in solidarity with women, but I recognize, of course, in myself, and I think in a lot of us, there is the feminine energy, so I think this is a good one to also to remind us of how magical, of how powerful that energy can be. La Bruja. Ay, qué bonito es volar a las 2 de la mañana, a las 2 de la mañana. Me vuelve maceta y un calabacito. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva al cuartel, me da de besitos, me da de comer. Y dígame usted, cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted. Ninguna, no sé, yo ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Y a una bruja me encontré, en el aire iba volando, y en el aire iba volando. A una bruja me encontré, y entonces le pregunté que a quién andaba buscando. Me dijo, ¿quién es usted? Soy cantador de guapango, ay mamá, y escóndete chepa, y escóndete guana, que ahí anda la bruja debajo de la cama. Y escóndete chepa, y escóndete so I'm gonna close it out with one more. I'm just reading the chat. I see we have folks out in St. Louis and obviously in Philly. So that's awesome. You know, it's I that's like, you know, one of the upsides, I guess, of this virtual thing is that we can all connect in certain ways, in new ways than what we could before. So it's nice. Thank you all again for being here. Thanks again to JJ. And I think thank you, JJ, also for dropping the links of my band. If you want to support, if you want to, you know, check out our album, it's available online on all the streaming platforms as well. Again, right now, today I'm doing kind of a set of like mixed, you know, some traditional stuff, some of my own stuff. And but usually with my band, we just stick to our original music. Once in a while, we'll do a cover. This is one of the covers we sometimes do. So this is a song more from South America that reminds us that everything changes. You know, everything changes. The seasons change. The plant gets dressed in green for the spring. And so it's a really beautiful song. It was originally written by this person called Julio Neumhauser, but like nobody knows that. People only know that Mercedes Sosa and Violeta Parra sang it. So shout out to them, you know, to all the people that have brought and continued all these traditions of music. We stand in their shadows and their legacy, and then it's, I think, our duty also to continue it in our own ways, right? Stream it a few times, but then buy it. Yeah. Thanks, JJ.
I mean, I think it's really important to emphasize that, like,
an encore. I'm not sure. Sorry?
I would just say, on the streaming front, it's really important for people to realize that if they stream your song 1,000 times, you might get pennies, right? Like, that's not a way to support artists. That's a way to support Spotify. So get your money straight to the artists, please, so that they can keep on making more work for us. So there'll be more albums to stream down the road. All right.
Exactly.
And yes, the request for
thank you for naming that. Yeah, when I talk about that stuff with a lot of people, I find that most people are shocked, right, to hear that like one stream is like less than half a penny for the artist, right? So if you want to, yeah, what's up with that? I don't know. So if you want to support artists, like JJ said, buy the album, buy download, or just reach out directly to the artists. You know, usually we have merch for sale. We have obviously coming to shows and stuff when that's possible. That's the best way. But yeah, you can usually have like some form, some way to get money and support artists' work directly. Bandcamp is great because you can also choose how much you want to pay for a download. So you can throw in, you know, if you want to throw in $20, you know, I think we have it listed for lower than that. But if you want to throw in more, then that just goes directly to the artist.
Bandcamp also has
I'll also throw in, and I'll drop the link in the chat later too. If you're feeling generous, I would encourage you right now to head to the GoFundMe for our bassist in the band. Yiho Bostic has actually just finished, has been battling cancer, and actually just was officially declared in remission. So shout out to him for all of the, you know, everything he's been going through, and really been putting in the work in recovery and everything. So if you're feeling generous, let's send that money to Yiho and help him out in his recovery. So JJ, if you have the link, if you can throw it in. If not, I'll look it up later and I'll drop it in the chat.
I'll be able to pull it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks again. And this last one is called Todo Cambia. Cambia lo superficial, cambia también lo profundo, cambia el modo de pensar, cambia todo en este mundo, cambia el clima con los años, cambia el pastor su rebaño, y así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Cuando la noche subsiste, cambia la planta y se viste de verde en la primavera, cambia el pelaje, la fiera, cambia el el anciano. Y así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia el más fino brillante, de mano en mano su brillo. Cambia el nido, el pajarillo. Cambia el sentir un amante. Cambia el rumbo, el caminante, aunque esto le cause daño. Y así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Pero no cambia mi amor, por más lejos que me encuentre, ni el recuerdo ni el dolor de mi pueblo y de mi gente. Y lo que cambió ayer tendrá que cambiar mañana, así como cambio yo en esta tierra lejana. And we also shake it up a little bit, get a little bit more dancey, so feel free to dance from wherever you're at. Ya todo cumbia, cumbia, todo cumbia, cumbia, todo cumbia, cumbia, todo cumbia, pero no cambia mi amor, por más lejos que me encuentre, ni el recuerdo ni el dolor de mi pueblo y de mi gente. Y lo que cambió ayer tendrá que cambiar mañana, así como cambio yo en esta tierra lejana. Cumbia, todo cumbia, cumbia, todo cumbia, cumbia, todo cumbia, cumbia, todo cumbia, pero no cambia mi amor. And we can all clap from wherever lejos que me encuentre, ni el recuerdo ni el dolor de mi pueblo y de mi gente. Y lo que cambió ayer tendrá que cambiar mañana, así como cambio yo en esta tierra lejana. And if you want to unmute, we can all do this. Cambia, todo cambia. 2, 3, and cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Thank you.
¡Ole! 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 ¡Bravo, bravo!
Oh, and thank you, JJ. So JJ dropped that link in the chat. So yeah, if you're feeling generous, let's go support Yuho, and yeah, we'll see you all at a show, at a real live show with people in a place, right? Let's do that.
Oh, thank you again, Ximena. And yes, there will be gatherings. It's going to feel different and challenging. I know some people are anxious, and I think it'll be important to figure out how to come back together safely in intermittent steps as we get vaccinated. I've been fortunate enough to get the vaccine. I can tell you it's safe. I have no side effects to it when you can. And next up, we're going to have a third fabulous set with Jean Rohe. But before then, I'm going to invite you to step back into a couple social spaces. And our my invitation, Ximena mentioned how Son Jarocho brings together a bunch of different cultural influences. My invitation to you as you step into conversation with each other is to talk about a culture other than your own that has influenced you or inspired you somehow. Yeah, in our global world. We'll be back in 10. Thank you again for being here. Let's give one more round of applause for Ximena. Welcome back, everyone who is on the porch. Glad to have you here with us. Yeah, I love your background. And oh, it says hi, Jean. I was trying to see what that little sign. Hold on, I'm gonna spotlight you for a second, Melanie, so you can be seen with your sign. There you go. And now I have to remove that spotlight. Okay. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Thank you again for being here. It's a gift to have you here. It's a gift to share space and music with you. And we have a heck of a next gift, which is Jean Rohe, who I'm delighted to be hearing again. Special place in my heart from, yeah, many a great show in Philadelphia. So without further ado, I'm going to invite you all to do the unmuting thing. Oh, and I'm going to do the right thing where I spotlight the video feed and not accidentally mute the other Jean Rohe. We've got two accounts going on here. Here's Jean. All right, let's give her a round of applause.
Oh. Hi, everybody.
Yay!
Yay. Oh man, this is gonna be a real wild scene. I haven't been live streaming any shows, so I was like, let's do this right. You know, this is like the first thing I've done like this since May, which was all total disasters. So now I have like a very complicated bunch of things surrounding me. And yeah, I can't move from this spot until the show's over. So bear with me if I seem confused. I'm just staring into my phone with headphones on and playing some tunes for you. This is a song about the future that we create together. Because, you know, todo cambia, and sometimes we get to be the agents of that change. We always have that option. I've been high, not as high as I can go, and I've been strong, not as strong as I will grow. I've been brave, but not as brave as I will be. Oh, wait and see, 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 wait and see. I've been kind, but I still have more to give. Oh, and I've been wild, but there's still more life to live. I've been singing, but haven't made my symphony. Oh, wait and see, 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 wait and see. Wait and see, wait and see, and keep your eye on that horizon. Oh, keep it steady on your mind. Wait and see, wait and see. Oh, you gotta hold on now, get ready. Now they've been stealing, but there's things they'll never get. Oh, and they've been watching, oh, nah, 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 but they ain't seen nothing yet. keep your eye on that horizon. Better keep it steady on your mind. Wait and see, wait and see. Oh, you gotta hold on now, get ready. We've been rising, but our dawn is yet to break. Oh, we've been sleepless, but we still have yet to wake. And in the darkness, a new world's about to be. Oh, you wait and see, wait and see. Wait and see. Oh, wait and see. Ooh, wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see. Oh, wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see.
Yeah, we're all right here in your phone, and we see you and we love you.
I hear you. Oh, thanks so much. JJ, thank you so much for inviting me to do this. It's great to be here in my home where I've been for the past year.
Yeah.
No, and thinking so fondly of your amazing home and the amazing things that you're able to do there. It's difficult to describe. For those of you who've never been, JJ just really nails the like food, music, community hang nexus in a very special way. And my gosh, we just need more spaces like that. Yeah. Anyway, glad that that's out there. So I've really been feeling the yearness of this year this past week, and man, sometime in this spring, sort of around the real low water mark here in New York for just the pandemic and starting to know folks are dying and sick, and gosh, there was a point at which I was able to climb out from feeling like I was in frantic mode and like emergency mode all the time, and was able to get back to some writing, which was really all over the place. But at some point I struck on this song, which really elevates the feeling, some of the more positive feelings I had in this time, about slowing down and being in one place and being able to appreciate all the things that I could suddenly see and hear and feel because I stopped moving around so much. So this song is called Close to Home, and that's what that's about. I miss traveling town to town with my jingling bag of song. I used to play shows and sleep on futons. In the morning I'd move along, but now I'm stuck inside, down for the count, not allowed to ramble or roam. Gotta wander through the wonders of my own backyard, 'cause I'm keeping it close to home. I miss a night out on the town. Sometimes every night of a week I used to go out to hear the band, snap my fingers and tap my feet, but now I'm stuck inside, down for the count. It's a tick-tock metronome, Gotta listen for the music and whatever is near, 'cause I'm keeping it close to home. Whoa, 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 let it be that. Oh, the daffodil brass band blows, the winds in the maples sing. All the robins and blue jays are winging back from places I've never been. Oh, and all along they're calling, calling out to me. Oh, don't you remember how the spring comes? It comes back again. I miss adventures every day. All of those strangers out and about. I used to talk to any old body who would talk to me. Met some fascinating people, no doubt, but now I'm stuck inside, down for the count, in this social monochrome. Gotta find that novelty with you now, baby, 'cause we're keeping it close to home. Oh, 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 oh. And if I look in the eye, oh, you hold me close each night, just you and that April breeze, whispering, can't you see, my darling, how the spring came back, it came back again. Oh, 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 oh. We're stuck inside, down for the count, with my sweet and sticky honeycomb. Yeah, you and me, babe, the loving is free, babe. We're keeping it close to March and April. We'll be keeping it close to May, June, July. We're keeping it close a little longer, keeping it close to home. Oh yeah, we're keeping it close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Mm-hmm. Good thing I like being at home, turns out. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. Gears will slip, and wheels will rust. Night is falling, and our days are few, so I will spend them all with you. Sail me east, sail me west, sail to the one that I love the best. He'll be waiting at the door. Love me till I can't take no more. Hold me tighter, hold me tight, hold The thirsty gods can get their fill. It's there we love, and it's there we lie. And every night it's there we die. Oh, ashes to ashes, and dust to dust, and years will slip. Oh, and the wheels are gonna rise. Night is falling, and our days are few, so I will spend them all with you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all doing okay? I'm gonna.
It sounds gorgeous.
Good, cool. This is okay. What can I say about this song? The song is called Where I'm Coming From, and it's gonna be on this new Robinson and Roe record that is being made at a glacial pace and exactly as fast as it needs to go. Robinson and Roe is a duo that I have with Liam Robinson, who is an amazing musician and songwriter and my partner, and just so fun to make music with. So this is a song I wrote for that duo, and it's about where I'm coming from, the like cultural place of my upbringing. Not so much my family, but kind of the world that I was raised in as a person from the urban Northeast, descended from European immigrants who came to be known as white people in America. I don't know, I wrote it a couple years ago, and it just keeps coming around in different ways as the world keeps coming around in different ways, and very, very predictably the same ways. Well, this is called Where I'm Coming From. I come from people who came from nothing, the huddled masses on the shore. They came from wars and they came from suffering, came sailing through her golden door. I come from people who miss their homelands and friends forever left behind. I come from people hungry for something, people with freedom on their minds. I come from people who came to work hard, miners and dockers on the shore, worked in the steel mills or in the shipyard, or locked behind the the sweatshop doors. I come from people taunted and spit on, their bodies chewed up in the grind. I come from anarchists, I come from socialists, the suffering of Jesus on their minds. Oh, dream of America. Oh, how the dream wears thin once your ship comes in, America. I come from people who felt American, who fought and died on distant shores. And though they weren't yet, they learned a secret, that being white could open doors. So I come from people who left their language, who changed their names and got in line. I come from people who don't remember becoming Americans in America's mind. And I come from people who sank the lifeboats, who snuffed her torch when they came ashore, who turned a country into a fortress with stony walls that have no doors. I come from people who saw their dreams bloom just as their fears made them go blind. These people made me, ooh, they complicate me. They're weighing heavy on my mind. Oh, dream of America. Oh, how the dream wears thin once your ship comes in, America. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. Well, let's see. I'm gonna take my headphones off a little. I think it's gonna be easier for me to play that way. I'll put them back on after the song's over. I want to play a song about where I actually come from my family. Let's see, I'm named after my grandmother Jean, and she died really tragically when my dad was small. But at some point in my adult life, I did some snooping around to try and learn some more about her, because she had always been kind of a fascination and mystery to me. And sort of in the process of trying to track down her story, for reasons I won't get into now, I got kind of wrapped up in a very old story, the story of Homer's Odyssey. And so through this period of time, I ended up writing a whole big collection of songs about my grandmother and my family, and Homer's Odyssey, and the ways that these things had something in common. I don't need to explain all that to you right now for you to get this next song. This song is called it's called Penelope. Never be Penelope. Penelope in the Odyssey is the wife of Odysseus, and while Odysseus is out fighting the Trojan War for 10 years, and then spending 10 years wandering around in the sea trying to get home and battling monsters and things like that. Penelope is back at home, kind of trying to keep their house in order and keep these like wild men in their town from eating everything that she has in her storeroom and raising their son and all this stuff. And she does a lot of weaving. That's all you need to know for this song to make a little bit of sense. Yeah, there's been a lot of fan fiction written about Penelope, and I guess this is kind of is fan fiction the right word? I don't know. Riffs, fan fiction by Margaret Atwood about the Odyssey, about Penelope. So I'll add to that with this from my grandma. Wash the breakfast dishes, clean the table, pull the laundry off the line, fold it up, and then sweep the floor, and thaw the chicken, wave to the neighbor, feel the afternoon creeping in. They say, be graceful, be grateful, there's virtue in making a home. But a restless voice knows better, burrowed in the bone, says never be, never be, never be, never be, never be, never be, never be. Now get a job, it's mostly typing, doesn't pay much and it's boring, but getting out the house feels fine. See the neighbor sneaking over, how he blushes, how he whispers, it's just a matter of time. They say, be patient, be loyal, but there's no adventure in standing still. And that restless voice grows louder now, calling from the windowsill. Never be Penelope, sitting on that windy shore, weaving, waiting, watching the sea, wondering when and if a man is ever gonna come home. Oh, she is patient, she is loyal, she is able, and her beauty charms the men who throng her table. Virtuous though she may be, everybody knows the truth is that it's better to be wandering lost at sea than to be Penelope. Never be, never be, never be, never be, never be. Now there are only so many exits. Have a husband, have some children, take a lover, learn to drive in the kitchen, light a cigarette. Alone at home, alone at sea, alone is being alive. Other people, they will love and leave you. Men will come and go, who knows where to. And that restless voice is shouting now, says, you better leave before they do. Never be Penelope, sitting on that windy shore, weaving, waiting, watching the sea, wondering when and if a man is ever gonna come, ever gonna, ever come. Nah, she is clever, takes whatever life throws at her. Though she doesn't get much choice in the matter, agreeable though she may seem, she's just an island captive. To survive is to agree. Watching boats go to and fro, the oarsman looks so free. So she's always got one eye up on the cliffs that meet the sea. Oh, wishing she could fly or just give in to gravity. Oh, 'cause everybody knows the truth is that it's better to be wandering lost at sea. Who'd wanna be Penelope? Never be. Never be, never be, never be. Thanks. How about I just play 2 more tunes for you? Does that work?
Whatever you want. Sounds great.
Am I missing anything important in the chat? I mean, I know it's all important. I'll go look at it in a minute.
I think there's generally
You would
just
tell me.
appreciation,
Good, cool.
some gratitude for.
Did someone say Jean's mom?
Oh. I was wondering if you were going to do your national anthem tonight.
Mom, you gotta wait for it. My mom, everybody. Beaming in from New Jersey, and shit, I'm so glad. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse on the air. I'm really happy my mom's here. My mom helped me sound check today and last night. I was trying to get all this gear connected. Thanks, Mom. Hey, Ximena, beautiful set. Thank you so much. That was such a pleasure to listen to. Lorin, I am embarrassed to say that I thought this concert started later than it did. So I came to soundcheck, and then I went downstairs and ate the food that my housemate Jess had prepared for me. And then I missed your whole set. And then when I was like, I'm early, and I got logged in, and I was very confused about what was happening, and I'm really bummed. But in our breakout room, Katie told me that it was okay and that I should watch the replay on YouTube. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm really sorry. That was not intentional, but I bet it was great. I saw the comments. It seemed like people's minds had been blown a little bit. Okay, I just need to get that off my chest. I want to play a really new song for you. I don't even know if it's finished, but I just wanted to play it. And it's called I Wanna. The song is really fun to play. It has that like Sunday afternoon at the like weekend festival, just sort of like sunny, like everybody's feeling a little overtired and buzzed. It's got that kind of vibe. I just always picture like a maybe this is my life right now. I'm just always imagining myself with other people. That's my big dream. Hanging out. I wanna get free, I wanna get free, I wanna pop the buttons on this old black dress. I wanna cut loose, I wanna cut loose, I wanna kick my shoes off and dance around. I got tied up in knots I couldn't see. I found you, darling, and there's nothing holding me. Oh, I wanna get free. Yeah, I wanna get free. I wanna be alive, I wanna be alive, I wanna be alive, wanna live with you. I wanna breathe, I wanna breathe, I wanna breathe, breathe, I wanna breathe till my lungs give out. Oh, I've had my doubts about this life, but when I got your loving, honey, I'm sure that I wanna be alive. I wanna be alive. I wanna be alive. Oh, and I don't want to go back, don't wanna go. Pump the tires and I'm freewheeling. No, I don't want to go back, don't wanna go. Gotta keep this easy feeling. Gratitude to you. I wanna give everything I got, every little joy, pass it down the line, pass your love along. Oh, I got it, but it don't belong to me. Yeah, in life and love, there's no monopoly. And I gotta give that thing away that I got from you. That's what I wanna do. I wanna do what I wanna do. What I wanna do.
Yeah.
Yay.
Woo-hoo.
Well, thanks all. Thank you so much, JJ, Ximena, Lorin. Thanks everybody for coming.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Of course. I'm gonna play this song my mom requested. I know. What's that?
If you're gonna do that one, can I screen share so people have the lyrics?
Sure.
We can't sing with you in harmony because it'll be out of sync chaos, but if we all stay muted, we can sing along on the chorus parts on our own, which I think is a thing that I would like to do.
And if you want to unmute at the end and we can have some glorious chaos, that's fine. If you feel like you're in that not in crowd right now and you're like, what is going on? It's okay. There's no reason why you should have any idea. This is it's just a song of mine that I know JJ knows, and my mom definitely knows too. My mom recorded this song with me. Wow. JJ, this seems like a perfect time for me to share that I have been playing around with changing some of the words to this song. This song is a national anthem for the United States of America, which is my home. And I wrote this song over a decade ago now, and I've just been playing around with changing some of the words, but it doesn't affect your chorus singing at all. So, but just if you get confused, that'll be why. And please sing along. I'm excited to get to hang out and talk with any of you afterwards if you want. And yeah, this is called National Anthem. Oh, and I'll sing the chorus once for you so you have like a little heads up before it comes. It goes, arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. I can try calling it out when it comes around too, if you don't want to look at words. Atlantic and Pacific, the Great Lakes and the Gulf of Mexico, the land between sustains us all to cherish it, our tireless call. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. We were put here by the Creator's hands, or we reached these shores from other lands. We came by force, we came by will, the auction block, the darkened mill. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. We died in your fields and your factories, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees, with an old coat hanger in a room somewhere, a trail of tears, an electric chair. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. I'm just feeling so hopeful about what's possible this year with a new president and a lot of people getting organized and claiming power, and seeing with new eyes, I think, in the wake of this very difficult time. And I see a world where we can come out of this and really work together and do something better. And to me, that's the thing about my country that I just like hang on to. The idea that maybe our best days are still ahead of us and we have not actualized the promise of this place, but that it can be done. Our great responsibility to be guardians of our liberty, till tyrants bow to the people's dream, and justice flows like a mighty stream. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
So gorgeous.
Again.
Thank you, Jean. Oh, thank you all. Thank you, Jean.
Thank you.
I see what you did with the lyrics change there, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, thoughtful and sweet, and thank you for sharing time and space and presence and listening. Jean, before you, I think maybe before you jumped on, we were talking about your friend Andrew's beautiful illustrations, and I know there's and I have several copies that I've gifted to others, big, beautiful printout of the lyrics and sort of chords and everything for National Anthem. Is there, are there places to get that merch online? Oh, but you're muted via I muted your audio feed. Hold on a second. Now you have to do
It's
that.
okay. Here I am.
Here you are.
Yeah. It's on the merch tab of my Bandcamp page.
Great.
Yeah.
That's magic. So we can find that. I already put that link in the chat.
Oh, cool.
It's gorgeous. Recommended. Yet another way to support our artist friends. I'm going to give a quick random plug. Your song about slowing down made me think of this book that I'm just starting reading, Catherine May's Wintering, The Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times. She's got a lovely interview on Krista Tippett's On Being show, which for those of you who are looking for some more online community events, next Saturday is the podcast listening session that I now host on first and third Saturdays, where we turn our microphones off, turn our cameras off, and do a deep dive into one of the unedited cuts of Krista Tippett's On Being show. So it's an opportunity to spend some time together in listening again like this, but cameras off, just listening together, and then a little bit of optional discussion afterwards. If you're so inspired, you'd all be welcome to that. The next one of these, last of this spring season of online music salon house concert things will be April 10th. There's another sweet lineup that you're also super welcome to there. We'll go into a final round of breakout rooms where you'll have an option to hang out with Jean or Lorin and talk with them about their music if you're so inspired. If you want to connect with a particular one, you can send me a private message and I'll put you in their room. If your last name is Rohe, I've already put you in Jean's room, but I can also move you to Lorin's. Before we do that, I'm going to teach you a last little farewell thing. But before we do it, I want to ask you to unmute for a second, give another round of applause for Jean and Lorin and Ximena, because it's been a really special meeting. So my friend Emily's family does this thing where when they have a gathering, when someone is leaving the family reunion or the holiday party or whatever else, when the person is leaving, they everyone gathers in the foyer or the hallway, on the deck, wherever, to see them off. And when they're bidding them farewell, they say bye. But the way they say bye is that everyone in the family spontaneously just starts singing bye, and someone else jumps in bye, someone else bye, and they form a spontaneous chord. And and they do this as the person is heading off to their car and driving off into the distance, and they just keep it going. And turns out this is a thing you can do on Zoom, because while we can't sing together in harmony and sync due to the lags, we can actually do drones together. And so when Emily taught me this, I have really enjoyed doing this with Zoom when people are saying farewell, is to all unmute and say bye together, or farewell to someone. So it's a little bit ridiculous and goofy, but it'll entertain me greatly. So as I start the breakout rooms, I invite you, and I just, thank you again for being here, and hope that this little bit of art and culture and time together will inspire you to go forth into whatever is facing you next in the world and find some beauty in it. Yeah, so as I hit the breakout room button, I'm gonna invite you all to unmute and say bye, like this. Bye. Bye. Bye.